Yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. He'll get this to Akers out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
And 6 at the 37-yard line.
From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6. Working from the gun, it's Brady. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
14.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Wait, that Alabama. Ready? Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Check
A quick throw by Brady complete. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
At their 48-yard line.
Now Brady again. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he will finally be taken out of bounds. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run.
1st down, Chicago.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Brady. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Brady's pass.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. And now a fumble. Brady loses the football. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Let's go, defense. Here we go. 57. Mike, 57. I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
From the 27, Mayfield. They'll go screen here to Hunt. He'll have a 1st down past the 40 as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb.
And
A good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Mayfield now from the 50. Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A gain there of 30 big ones.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
From the 16, Mayfield. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Corey Davis, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Browns have taken the early lead.
The losing streak had taken on a life of its own, and I think it infiltrates a team when you're on that much of a slide. But this group has managed to focus, come out early, and put a touchdown on the board. They look like they mean business in this one.
They do now. The key, holding on to that attitude, because, man, that streak has been a struggle for them. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble of bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 46. Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again, Brady. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Brady to throw again. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. That'll put him close to 100 yards receiving. He's at 98, and he's got a 1st down.
And the Bears.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a 1st down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Brady, he's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. That's one of those touchdown tosses where
Chicago.
And a pause in the action because the booth, they see something that they want to take another peek at to find out if this was a touchdown or not.
Stephen Hauschka for the extra point.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. From the gun, Mayfield. And this is incomplete. Cortland Sutton was the man he was looking for. But now it's 3rd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target. But he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Hey, alert 33. 57. Mike, 57.
3rd and long for Mayfield. Forced out to his left. He's going to look deep now for Landry. And that's caught inside the 30. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line.
We see this happen so often. If you're a defender, it's like watching a bad movie over and over. The pressure is good, forcing the quarterback out of the pocket. But it's a lot to ask for these defenders to stay plastered to receivers long enough. And sure enough, they let a man come open, and the connection leads to a big play.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
That's another.
That certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Hey, alert 33.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And this is going to be intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
So after that safety, now a free kick situation forthcoming as they punt it away from the 20. And some room to work. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at the 34. Following the interception, Mayfield. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 11 yards there, 1st down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down. They couldn't get anything going there out on the right side of the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
57's the mic. Mark 57. Run. Here I come.
Now Mayfield. A pass for Sutton is intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
By the Bears.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
His throw caught right around the 6. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Darnell Mooney, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bears have retaken the lead. From the gun, it's Brady. And that is caught for the 2 points. So they elect to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes could prove risky there. It worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Working out of the gun, Mayfield flushed out right. And Mayfield again with the interception, his 3rd. Picked off right around the 43.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Here's the rookie from Florida State. It's Cam Akers. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. Benardrick McKinney there to make the stop.
3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
On 2nd and 7, Brady. He's going to float this one deep right side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Shotgun now for Brady. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
First down, Bears.
On 1st down, Brady looking for the end zone. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Tom Brady, his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half as the Bears push further out in front.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they have a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half, and that'll give us momentum going into the second half. Give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23.
1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle around twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Eddie Jackson picks it, and his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Over 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Wait, that 53! Check it! I'm coming after you! My 50, my 50!
So after the INT, it's Brady. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. The 4th touchdown pass of the game for Tom Brady. And the Bears will add on to their lead. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. That is caught inside the 5. And he is into the end zone. So they get 2 more on the board here just before halftime. So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. This will make it into the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll start things off with a handoff to Chubb. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chunking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
They run it again with Chubb. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Mayfield. Dancing to his left. He'll run it. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
This is caught inside the 15. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one goes for 36 yards. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Eddie Goldman with a sack.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going.
Hey, you got hurry. 57, Mike, 57. You.
To try again after the sack. Mayfield toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face, coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And now with the play clock getting down, Kevin Stefanski going to take a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
57's the Mike. 57's the Mike. They gonna need some therapy after this. Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57. Hey! On the 57's the Mike. Mike 57. Cut.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. And he's got his tight end. It's Hooper for the Browns touchdown. Austin Hooper with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Browns get a score closer. And that will cut this lead down to 13.
Makes the score Bears 29, Browns 16.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. And finally down at the 32-yard line.
Brady's pass.
It's a big-time play there for the Bears. 43 yards.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for them.
Flush to his right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 21. Here's Nick Chubb as they try to fire up this run game. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, give him 14.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 36-yard line.
Hey, alert, 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 alert! Run, run, run. Hurry, hurry! Defense, let's get it together.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Big stop, let's go! 57, Mike, 50. Regular. 57's Mike. Hurry,
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
To the 48-yard line.
Well, I think after that run, the defense getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3.
Browns 16.
Set the tone, defense. Alert, 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 alert! Hurry! 57's the Mike, Mark 57. Tighten up. Pull it together. Regular.
Mayfield to throw it. And it's complete. Hooper. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 33. Mayfield finding Hooper there for a Cleveland first. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Go! Rush in!
Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. The Browns on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 9.
It's a party now!
Mayfield now. Steps away to his left. He may try and run for this. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. They set up the screen to Chubb. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19.
To Nick Chubb.
2nd and 8 coming from the 19.
It's 2nd and 8 at the Bears' 19-yard line.
Throwing, Mayfield. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Davis.
We just saw another example of really good defensive football, which has led to the cushion that they have in this game. Got to him once again, knocked him on the ground, forced an incompletion.
Yeah, they've set the tone. It's one thing to set the tone, another to come in here on the road and set the tone. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. So 2 3rd down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. Buying time to his left. And, oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sideline.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Carl Joseph. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. And he'll get to the 30-yard line before going out of bounds.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And now this 4th quarter becoming very interesting. That pick 6 makes this a 1-score game. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how aggressive they choose to be. Now left side on the swing pass. Now the ball comes loose. And this is picked up by the Browns.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit, because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the 4th, a costly turnover. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. A big play there. They come up on a 1st and goal, and most likely 4-down territory as they need a touchdown and the PAT for the lead. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal.
Hey, check Mike 57, Mike 57. 65, 65, 65. Real. 57's the Mike, Mike 57.
They'll try again with Chubb. And once again, he's going to be stopped up behind the line. 2nd straight play. Shades of the 85 Bear defense a little bit.
We all know how much running backs love getting the ball down near the goal line. They think they're going to find a way into the end zone. He hasn't had that kind of luck so far. Ends up not getting in on the last 2 carries. You know he's going to be upset about a missed opportunity.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Mayfield looks to throw to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know every offense wants to start their snaps closer to the goal line, but it's actually harder to throw the ball in those situations. You throw into that tight coverage, you see what happens. Hard to get the ball in there.
Not enough space there. Lucky maybe that it wasn't intercepted. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Corey Davis with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Browns are an extra point away from taking the lead in this game. And he puts it through.
Makes the score Browns 30, Bears 29.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
This is too easy.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
Number 80.
A good pickup there, 26 yards. They'll run on first down with Akers. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
Here's the ball carrier.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally. You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Working from the gun, it's Brady. Less than 2 minutes to play. Down to the wire we go in a one-point game. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. They'll go for it. It's Brady. He's going to let it fly. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he takes this way down deep into Cleveland territory. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on first and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. Geis, they'll try to run it. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. They'll look to run with Akers. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago.
Touchdown.
Cam Akers, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bears have once again taken the lead. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line.
But they couldn't be happy that they were having to stop a 2-point conversion because that means they gave up a touchdown. But a little solace there. You saw some good gang tackling, stacking him up before he can get to the end zone.
We talk about offensive units putting in more 2-point period sessions in practice. Defensively, do you do the same?
Absolutely. You have to because you never know how aggressive these offenses are going to be in games nowadays.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They're down here in a 1-score game. At the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And the return will stop right around the 25.
Intercepted.
Well, that puts a little bit of a wrinkle in their comeback bid.
Yeah, everything had turned around for them, hadn't it? I mean, things were now going their way. But you did mention it's a wrinkle in their comeback bid. It's not the death knell for them by any stretch, but now they've got some...
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. Through an opening, and there he goes.
Oh, we got plenty of fight, baby.
And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line.
Brady's pass.
So, my goodness, I would have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
There's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field for the start.
He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow, wow, wow. I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts him in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
36. Bears 30.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of...
And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. They'll run with Hunt on second down. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts
Brings up
as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. Mayfield. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. Here's Jamie Gillen now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. This is taken at the 18.
Today's final score, Browns 36.
Well, Charles, this one's going to be hard to digest. You take the lead into the fourth quarter.
In the fourth quarter, all you talk about doing is finishing and closing a game out. But when you flip it over, how about that? Making the comeback.